Hare Krishna, and we are live.
Hare Krishna.
Hello, hello, and thank you very much, Radhabhav and Govinda. And those who will hear us, welcome. And I'm your servant Radha Charandas.
Hare Krishna. I'm Govinda Charandas.
Hare Krishna, it's me, Radhabhav Dasi.
And this is Sangha Podcast. So, kamusta?
Ribo!
Medyo, hindi ko alam kung introduce ko sarili ko or maghaya ko ulit kay Guru Maharaj.
It's okay. Okay. Siguro Maharaj kasi is taking a pic, giving us his darshan. So, kamusta? What's happening?
A lot's happening.
Yeah.
Or is about to happen. Since a lot is about to happen, a lot is happening.
Like?
Right
Like-
now,
Like right now, this podcast
It's
is
been how many months preparation? Far?
talking about for
Half a year.
half a year. Preparation for 4 months. Like that.
Finally, no?
Been moving for 2 months.
Yes.
Yeah, right. And now we're live.
And madami mangyayari then after a few weeks. For me, I'll be with Guru Maharaj in Singapore. I believe. Sunod kayo doon. Then, we'll come back. Then I'll stay for less than a week. And I have to go to
Yeah.
Mumbai para sa GBC College for less than or almost 2 weeks. Then come back, stay for a week again. Then Guru Maharaj and I and one cook will go to Govardhan Retreat Center, stay there for 3 months. So, ganun yung mga kaganapan sa buhay. I think susunod ka sa Mayapur.
Mayapur first. In Feb. Because you'll be there till March.
Yeah.
I'll be there Feb in Mayapur. And then come March, we'll be in Govardhan as well.
So, kita-kita tayo doon.
Yeah.
Ikaw, Radhabhav, anong balita? What will happen?
like, where?
Sa buhay.
Oh, I recently got accepted in an asset management firm and I'm starting work on November 19.
Oh, that's nice. Alis naman 18 ba o 19? Parang 19, no?
You're leaving in 19.
19.
Yeah, there's a lot
Umaga.
of things
Yeah.
happening on November
Happening
19.
19th. That's so
Yeah.
nice. So, what's your plan? Habang nag-work and how do you plan to practice your bhakti?
Yeah, so of course there's the daily requirement of chanting 16 rounds every day. I'm gonna gauge how that goes, but my standard, my personal standard for chanting daily, if I get employed, is
You are employed.
if I start my employment is because work starts at 8 a.m. So I'll chant hopefully from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. If not, I'll see how it goes. I'll always have time before or after work, so I'll see. I really have no idea. I'm gonna play it by ear.
So, Govinda nag-work before, right? How do you do it?
You have to wake up early. Chant in the car.
In the car.
Chant in the car. Chant before. Chant when I get home because after 5:30, no more is personal time. It's there's a boundary, at least in work, in corporate work, that when it comes to 5:30, no one's under. You can't expect anyone to really answer unless it's urgent. Unless your boss talk to you that you have to answer, but otherwise you can do your bhajan. You can read, you can practice musical instruments, you can chant, do puja if you do puja, like that.
Or if you have some service at temple.
Or if
sa
you have
devotees.
service, yeah.
Yeah.
But for me, at least, because my work was it had a lot of presentations.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it was the beginning of me working. So in the first few months, although is only until 5, what is expected of me is be be doing my presentations after that,
Mm-hmm.
right? And also is when you go into a job, the first few weeks is more learning a lot, learning how the company works, learning how people work, and then learning your business. So there's a few things, and you talk to a lot of people. So in the first few weeks, it was hard
Mm-hmm.
maintaining in 16 rounds. But after you get used to it and things become more seamless, it gets easier to practice.
So a series of adjustments talaga.
Yeah.
Series of adjustments.
Yeah.
That's nice. Are you excited?
No.
Are you nervous?
No.
You're just detached.
Neutral.
Neutral. Yogi.
According to the Bhagavad Gita, a devotee must be equipoised.
Equipoise.
No, I'm joking.
For me, at
I'm
first,
joking
I was
about this.
elated.
Mm.
I was elated. Oh, I'm gonna work. This is gonna be nice.
Mm.
You meet new people like that. But then when the work came, I was like, no.
I think that's a challenge there, no? How to
Yeah.
show up.
Yeah, that's a challenge nga. After a few weeks there is both challenge sa showing up is not so hard to do
Mm-hmm.
because you sign a contract, you really have to
You have to be there.
do your obligation.
Mm.
But there's a test of sincerity when it comes to your practice.
That's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
Like how showing up to work is a non-negotiable for every day. So is chanting at 5 to 7 a.m. For me, at least.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how well I can stick to it, but I feel like it's a non-negotiable for me right now.
Unless
It's not that,
talaga
like,
puyat
I'm-
ka sa
Yeah.
night
Yeah.
before,
I don't think
no?
so. Like for
Okay.
me, it's really gonna be a non-negotiable.
Mm.
It's like being vegetarian. You know, for the work at least. I feel like I won't get to go through the work day if I don't chant from
No.
5 to 7 a.m. Of course, Govinda Chan and I are totally different
Yeah.
people.
So what I do before,
And I'm
Like-
also like highly adaptable. Like I
So-
don't need extra time to adjust.
Sa Kabal, yung work mo is office eh. Tsaka sa kanya kasi
Yeah.
nag-field siya
Yeah.
eh.
yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
It's different.
So, different talaga. Different situations. Iti-tailor fit mo talaga kung paano yung practice mo ng spiritual life, no? How do you plan for your prasadam, though? Luto?
I already watched a couple meal prep,
Oh, nice.
1 day meal prep for the whole week. YouTube vloggers. I think it's doable.
Yeah. Feeling ko naman. Tapos
Yeah.
calculated mo lahat ng calories,
like
ano?
No, I don't do that.
Hindi ka na-
Macros.
Macros,
I
no?
don't do that.
Akala ko ginagano mo pa.
Not lifting or trying to build muscle. Nah.
So, yung DTs mo yung altar mo, busog sila ng 1 day. 1 day ka mag-offer, tas the rest for 1 week na to.
Let's see. I actually plan to still offer at night.
Yeah, of course. Pwede pala yun, no?
Yes, very simple soup or
Fresh naman.
noodle stir fry.
So, you're still gonna prepare your prasadam in the evenings?
That might be. I haven't figured out a system yet specifically for every day. I'm gonna figure it out as it goes along. But that can also be a thing. Like I can prepare dinner,
Mm-hmm.
offer to the Lord, then also have that for breakfast and lunch the next day.
I heard sobrang favorable din ng timings ng schedule mo for work kasi you can work in the office for a few days, then you can work from home, di ba?
Yeah,
Like how many days ka sa office
it's a
mo?
3-day work week, but
Mm.
we're required to go either on Monday or Friday.
So, non-negotiable yun. Either Monday or Friday.
Yeah.
dapat.
So I can do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, then bye guys.
My guys.
Or Monday, Wednesday,
Are you,
Thursday.
do you need to be live na naka-online ka or
No.
parang may assignment
It's just
ka?
a task done.
Oh.
Depends. Sometimes we'll have meetings for certain projects. I still have no idea what exactly I'm gonna do. They're gonna give me 2 roles
Mm-hmm.
as an analyst and a trader.
Mm-hmm.
So to see what my inclination is.
That's nice. That's nice. Kasi pwede kang mag-spend ng time sa temple. Pwede kang mag-spend ng time sa ibang hobbies
Yes, that's
mo.
exactly why I took this work
Yeah.
opportunity also.
Sa ibang places, sa ibang countries, ganun din ba talaga na parang 6 days a week talaga yung work? Or specific lang talaga, sobrang blessed ka lang ni Krishna?
3
It's
days.
5.
3
It's
days.
5.
3 days face
5
to
days.
face.
5-day work week.
5-day work week.
Oh,
They're not lessening it. Yeah.
nice.
But 3 days face to face.
Pero sa other corporate, yung sa work mo before, ilang days ka? 5 days?
5 days run. 1 day. Actually, because field, they say it's work from home, but it's field.
Feel, pupunta ka pa rin sa different
Yeah,
places.
because you're not in the office.
Mhm.
So, but 1 day in the office, at least.
That's so nice. Talagang, binigyan ni Christian ng favorable circumstances to practice both.
Yes, and you know how they say if you turn 25, you suddenly have like this urge to start your adult life? I feel like that's what happened to me when I took this job.
Yeah.
There's like something that turns on when you
Yeah.
turn 25, like, ooh, oh, suddenly I want a serious life.
Yeah, a lot of the conversation I had with my friends when I meet with them is about that. It's
Sa bagay,
it's
parehas
a-
kay 25 sa circle of friends nyo nasa
Yeah.
ganong age, no?
it's like a quarter life thing that you start to realize, what am I gonna do with my life?
Oh.
I have to make something ganon, or
Yeah.
at least do something that's gonna sustain me. Like that.
Mm.
So your prime age nga.
Galing, no?
25.
Sa akin, 25, naisip ko seryoso mag-spiritual life, mag-quit ng business. Baliktad. Parang, ito na. Gradually kailangan ko na ma-transition yung life ko.
Napaisip ka dun sa what am I gonna do? Hanggang hindi ka na. Yung palalim na siya ng palalim.
Yeah. That's nice. Actually, yun naman yung kahit naman sa different countries, yung mga devotees, yung mga nagka-practice spirituality, it's how you practice spirituality whatever circumstances yung meron ka. Like Arjuna nga sa Bhagavad Gita. Diba? It doesn't have to be in the temple lang para mapag-practice. So
Yes.
you have different services and also means para maka-serve ka. And sometimes you need work, you need business.
Yeah. And as weird as this sounds, parang kumuha ko ng job para din mas maseryoso ko yung spiritual life ko.
Paano yun? Explain mo.
Because I feel like if I have a duty, then if I have a material duty, then I can more seriously take into consideration that I also have a spiritual duty.
Oh. So, para ba siyang mas nababalance mo yung life mo, parang ganun?
Yes and no. Yes and no.
Mhm.
I feel like if I had a job, then it would give me a chance to know what it's really like to dedicate everything I do for Krishna and learn that stretch that I could.
Is it like-
Because when I started practicing, I just got out of college and I haven't been employed ever.
Mm.
So it's a chance to see how much I can use dovetailing as a
Yeah.
means to.
I like the word you said
Practice.
na stretch, no? You feel na may stretch ka talaga sa work.
I mean, I haven't started. Let's see.
Let's see. Let's see.
Tignan natin.
Sila pala yung i-stretch mo, no? But for
Baka
sure,
ma-intimidate sila sa akin na spiritual life ka nandito. Or spiritual life ka nandito.
you're working para ma-maintain mo or ma-stretch mo rin yung spiritual life mo. How? No. Pero it's nice. It's a nice
Ma-intimidate
reflection.
sila. Weird
Yeah.
naman itong batang to.
Pero
Gen Z.
narinig ko nga sa inyo, di ba? Parang, ayun nga, yung generation ninyo is, they're much more open to this. Much more, like yung sabi mo nga, yung in-interview ka, they ask about saan yung Frajiki Village.
Yes.
Di ba? Ano ginagawa mo dyan and all. Mas open sila sa mga ganitong bagay.
Yeah.
Is it a generational thing or nangyayari na talaga ngayon dahil sa internet?
It's
yung-
actually because of after pandemic, they understood that most of the new graduates, they don't have much experience at OJT because
Mm.
they're online. Plus, it's very hard to get a job too. It's very hard after the pandemic. So, come like 2 years back until now, they're more open to seeing where do you spend your time in?
Mm.
How do you build yourself? So, when it comes to jobs, it's more how you carry yourself, how you think, your behavior, rather than, and then secondary na yung qualification mo. Because they can teach anyone. You know, can
Yeah.
teach anyone. But the attitude you cannot teach. It comes ingrained in
Yeah.
someone.
I think spiritual life, ganun din eh. Ganun din sa spiritual life. Minsan yung intelligence or madalas yung intelligence is pwedeng matutunan mo talaga, tiyagain mo, aralin mo, or bigay sa'yo by mercy ni Krishna eh. Pero yung sincerity mo, yung humility ng isang tao, and yung determination to serve, ayun yung pinakakailangan talaga. Of course, yung love,
Yeah.
doing that service. Applicable siya sa spiritual life eh. Minsan makikita natin, like yung pinag-usapan natin palagi, may mga devotees na sobrang simple lang, or nakita natin dun sa if nasa India tayo, may mga simple na mga Vrajabasis doon or mga devotees sa Brindavan. Nag-usip lang sila ng dust ng Brindavan. Actually, yung mga tao, yung mga saintly person, nagdadasal para doon sa position na yun eh. Kasi yung love is hindi siya directly related doon sa intelligence. Specifically yung love kay Krishna. And I guess, doon sa work, ganun din eh. If, like yung sabi mo nga, yung mga, siguro yung mga employers, they look at the employees or those who are applying. Ano yung kaya niyang gawin? Ano yung ginagawa niya outside work? And doon mo gigauge ano yung kaya niya gawin sa work.
Though meron pa rin threshold, a threshold that they need at least a minimum, di ba?
Of course.
But there's one interview that I went to na, because I was going to interviews newly nun eh. And when I was talking to him, he asked a question about my experience. Like, so what did you learn about this experience? It was the experience of going out of the country and then participating in parang international handball tournament. So what did you learn there? I think parang leadership, something yung ano niya eh, or challenge. Hindi ko na-answer. Hindi ko siya na-answer ng gusto niya marinig. So, although maganda yung reference ko, maganda yung background, yung resume, yung attitude is almost there, but because hindi niya nakuha yung answer na really yung mindset na kailangan sa job na yan, sabi niya, kulang.
Galing.
So,
Na-explain niya rin sa'yo ano yung kulang. Ay, yung parang kulang doon sa interview.
Yeah,
Parang ganun.
yeah.
That's nice.
So, yun nga, you can really see na both dun sa outside world or in work world, corporate world, it's almost the same what they do in spiritual life. Or with spiritual life, you can see yung yung parallelity ng how they do things, because this is what's really gonna show yung success when you do something. Diba? It's not what you do, it's really ano yung yung sincerity mo, yung attitude.
The work ethics.
Yeah.
Importante yan. Galing eh. Actually, na-observe ko sa mga devotees in different countries. Of course, andun yung differences ng culture eh. Like, sa India, mapapansin natin doon, yung ibang devotees, even mga doctors, mga nag-work sa government, they could wear their tilak, they could wear their kantimala, or may sika sila. Then they know, of course, doon sa India, pag Janmashtami, alam ng mga nasa India yon. Hindi siya laging applicable sa ibang bansa. Like sa Philippines, it's open. Countries are open. The country is open for this kind of spirituality. Pero hindi rin siya ganun ka always welcome kasi it's a Christian or Catholic country. So, yung holiday natin is naka-based dun sa calendar, based dun sa practice ng Christianity or sa Catholicism.
Yeah.
So, hindi ka pwede magpaalam basta-basta na, ano ngayon eh, Janmashtami kaya walang pasok, dapat holiday.
Yeah.
Or yung tilak is not that, it's welcome, maybe different companies, pero it's gonna be kind of weird dun sa iba. Kasi, ayun nga, it's good then if they ask you have to explain again and again. Pero hindi natin nakikita madalas ginagawa ng devotees dito yun. For certain reasons. Meron ding mga ibang countries talaga na hindi siya applicable. Diba? Pero isa yung napansin ko eh. different na countries, ang essence pa rin kung paano mo i-apply yung life mo sa balance ng spirituality mo at the same time sa work mo. Lalo na ano yung gagawin mo pag uwi mo sa bahay.
Yeah.
Ay, kasi yung temple mo yung little temple mo And ano rin yung gagawin mo of course sa mga free time mo. Punta ka ba sa temple? May service ka pa rin na may maintain? And na-maintain mo ba yung sadhana mo? I think hindi siya nalalayo sa devotees na nakatira sa loob ng temple. Those are in the ashram Kasi you have your own services din sa loob ng temple. Then it's how you practice your sadhana pa rin kahit sobrang busy. It's how you practice yung service attitude pa rin. And of course, yung mga nasa ashram, duty rin naman lumabas para dalawan yung mga nandun sa mga nag-work. So
Yes.
it's a nice parang harmony.
And also like, for example, with what you were saying, parang ano gagawin mo pag uwi mo?
Mm-hmm.
Hindi naman siya just for the sake of being productive for myself
Mm-hmm.
Parang kung buksan ko yung libro ko at magbasa ako ng Bhagavad Gita, magka-uwi galing sa work, hindi ko yung ginagawa lang para sa sarili ko. Ginagawa ko yun para kay Srila Prabhupada, para kay Krishna. So, it's not just a means of like being qualified or productive. It's being devoted talaga.
Yeah.
That's like the good thing about this practice, at least for me.
It's a
So
service.
it's like, it's fine. Like, I'm not scared or nervous because I feel like it's just part of a bigger plan, I guess. That's also why I'm like,
so neutral and
yeah,
relaxed
no
lang.
fear. No, not fear really.
But it's so nice kasi lapit din naman work mo dun sa place mo, no?
Yeah, 20-minute travel. That's why I'm like,
Yeah.
mag-chant pa ba ako?
20-minute travel?
Yeah.
Oh, 3 rounds din yun.
Oh, 3 rounds din yun.
Hindi pa din naman nag-meditate na siya.
Baka mag-drive ako
Really?
Baka,
It's kind of hassle though to drive. Because if you have the luxury of a driver.
You know, I wanna do it because I want to have an excuse to leave.
Hindi ba?
That's okay then.
Like, to have a good chance to like
Yeah.
leave and come early, like at my will.
Ah,
Like, I don't have to
yeah.
wait for someone.
That's right.
Like, you know, the parang pag magbabay ka na sa mga kaibigan mo tapos nagbook ka ng Grab, kailangan mo pa
Yeah, just
antayin
waiting. Yeah.
together. Pero pag may kotse ka,
Yeah.
ikaw yung
You just go.
unang aalis
Yeah.
Di ba?
Oo.
Sige ha, ito na, mauna na kami. Di ba?
Well, that's one thing. And marami ka mapakinggan na lecture. 20 minutes going there or coming back sa
Oh,
bahay
yeah.
mo. Pwede ka mag-play ng
Ng
lecture.
Sangha podcast.
Ng Sangha bag.
7 to 7:30.
Di ba?
Yeah.
20-30 minutes, then coming back, 20-30 minutes. So you're planning to drive.
Yeah, even if I don't know how.
You
Yeah.
learn. You learn. You can easily learn. So next time, ikaw na mag-drive para sa amin.
Pwede.
Maghanap ka lang ng parking though. Your usual parking.
Pero pag nag-orange na si Govinda Charan, kayo lang sa likod, tas ako lang sa harap.
driver na dating, no? Uber driver. Ma'am, padala kami sa
Dito lang
Rush
po.
Eco Village. Pwede mo magbayad ng GCash. Magi
Sir,
naman yun.
naka-credit card po.
Credit card.
Naka-fleet po.
Magi naman yung work niya, madali naman yata mag-park that time.
You have to be really early. Because if you arrive there 7, it's full.
Tignan natin.
Being full. At least sa BGC, ganon, 7 o'clock is full. 6:30 is full.
Sa Rockwell.
Uy, pwede yun. Nadadating na ako ng 5, tas doon na ako mag-chant.
Yun talaga. Diba?
Ayun yung best talaga. Diba?
Oh. Or at least 6, you be there. 6, ganon. Be there 6.
Pwede.
Baka may mga snack area naman doon na pwede ka mag-stretch, pwede mag-yoga, pwede mag...
Oh, especially there's Rockwell. Diba?
Oh, di ba? Ano?
You can
Wala
go
ba siyang
down.
parang tie-up ng mga gym or yoga place doon sa work nyo? May ganun ba?
natin.
Oo, may, di ba? Sa yoga studio
Ang
pala.
yaman
No?
naman nila. Paano to?
Rockwell.
Google ba?
Oo
Hindi
nga,
naman
no?
Google eh.
Why na?
Ano naman siya eh. Usually, meron naman talaga.
Tignan natin.
So, ang ganda kasi parang hindi ko masabing exciting, pero paano yung term na yun? Parang,
Bago.
yeah, it's new. Then, kakapain natin.
Novel
Yeah.
siya.
Kung ano yung mangyayari next time sa next sa mga sessions natin. Makukwento mo sa amin ano nangyayari na. Paano yung adjustments mo? Ano yung ginagawa mo ngayon? Diba?
Tignan natin kung magagawa ko talaga yung 5 to 7 a.m.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, just have to,
And I'm gonna be real with you guys about it.
yeah. Na-exciting doon yung food mo eh. Gagawa naman yung mga paper prep mo na 1 week. Yeah, that's gonna be nice.
Tofu fillet.
Parang mangyayari, dadoblehin mo, tapos send mo dito pang.
Oh, wow.
Kukunin pa yung ulam niya sa pagkain niya. No?
Pinahirapan pa ako, guys.
Pag dalaw ka sa kanila, dalaw ka sa kanya, kukunin pa yung pagkain niya.
Yun lang pala yung pinunta niya doon.
Papalitan mo ng fresh, papalitan naman ng ibang
Yeah.
prasyada.
Mabalita mo ng ingredients.
Yeah.
Ginawa akong cook niya din. No?
I'm just kidding.
that's gonna be
Funny
nice.
lang.
Yeah.
Funny.
Kasi for a week, yung ano mo eh, expected mo na yung kakainin mo eh,
Oo.
di ba? Masarap din minsan na ano eh, na may variety na surprise. Ano kaya magiging pagkain ko today?
Random. Pipikit
Random.
ako. Tapos,
Roulette.
Roulette na.
pipikit ako, tapos kung ano na lang.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Then, you'll be able to really regulate yung time mo sa araw. Yung ilang oras ka mag-work, anong oras ka magbabasa, anong oras ka mag-chant. It's a preparation. Kasi pag walang ganun, minsan, yung free flow ng buhay ng araw, parang feeling natin, ang dami natin magagawa kasi walang proper schedule eh. Pero in reality, talaga na-stretch siya eh. Diba?
Yeah.
Yung chanting, mas nadidelay.
Yeah.
Yung reading, parang mas lalong hindi nagagawa.
Yun nga yung nararanasan ko kasi wala pa akong anything na ginagawa bukod sa chanting, reading,
Service.
service.
Yeah, service, yeah.
Like, that's it. For the
Yeah.
past, ever since I started practicing, by the mercy of Krishna.
yeah. It's good. It's...
Arrangement din yun eh. Dapat mag-work na ako agad eh.
Nga,
Tapos
kinukwento mo sa akin yung nag-start ka, no? Parang gusto pa niya mag-aral. Sinadya mo ba mag-delay ng graduate?
Hindi, bro.
Ano sinadya mo?
Hindi talaga. Try ko siya habulin na matapos na siya in 3 months. Pero umabot siya ng 1 taon. And it's okay because in that 1 year, natuto ako mag-chant. Talaga.
Yeah. Saka nakapag-travel ka together with devotees.
Yeah.
Yeah. Went to China, went to India. Hong Kong, Taiwan. Halos lahat, di ba?
My experience was the same eh.
Mm.
Because, at least for me, it was, you actively looking for a job it takes maybe like half a day.
Mm-hmm.
And then, wala pa yung year monitor or yung business nun. So, aside from trying my best to read and chant, and then half a day applying, the other half of a day, because I'm not in the temple, is filled with games. Ganun siya. And ano siya, yun nga, natabunan yung oras ko na puro ganun. Diba?
Ano yung mga naging challenges mo nun? 2 years ka nag-work. Ano yung mga naging challenges mo nun sa work and practice ng spiritual life? And that's the era you're starting the practice,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. One is the priority. Priority. Because for right above, diba, you were able to travel and all that. Yeah. But because merong work no, at least sa Frozen namin ni Pia. Because I had that thing and I'm the one who's holding it. Not really Pia. Somehow, nadidelay siya.
Yung
I have to
business
pause
niya.
it somehow.
Okay.
Yeah. You can do your best to do it online or set it up in such a way na kaya niya tumakbo. Pero dahil wala ka doon, yung planning mo somehow mapopause rin. And yung pagbalik mo, you have to like continue again. So that's one challenge of working. Sometimes na pag try ko i-focus yung spiritual life, sometimes napopause to.
yung work sa yung
Yung work.
business.
O yung work, yung business. Tapos pag yung work business ako, kailangan ko maghanap ng balance. Diba?
Okay.
Kailangan ko maghanap ng balance.
Parang finding the
So,
sweet spot talaga.
Sweet
no?
spot talaga, but is more, dapat, you have to be careful rin na yung focus mo is spiritual life. Diba? Like, yung, it's in Prabhupada Lilamrita, the father of Srila Prabhupada. He's a cloth trader. Cloth trader by profession, but his real business was puja.
Yeah. That's so nice, no? Actually, ganun naman eh. Yung real business mo, like, magiging devotee ka while working. It doesn't have to be whole day ka nagka-temple nga, nagka-puja.
Yeah.
Pero dapat alam mo lang talaga yung priority.
Mm.
Alam mo yung priority. Kahit chanting, you're gonna do it 1.5 hour, 2 hours.
Yeah.
Pero it solves yung day mo. Pag nag-chant ka, yung spiritual life mo, that's your sadhana. Like, may sadhana ka na 3 hours in a day, reading and chanting.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
solve yun. Solve yung spiritual life mo. Little service and all. Kahit mag-work ka ng longer period, ito pa rin yung priority. That's nice.
Maybe-
And challenge talaga yun, no? To find a sweet balance. Ay, na sweet spot palagi dun sa balance.
Maybe another one would be when I was working as a corporate. Is the usual thing that you hang out with your workmates after, diba? To build better rapport with them. But for me, because come Friday night, the next morning, usually we go to the temple. Saturday, right? So Friday night, uwi ako. Kahit di ako umiinom. O kahit di ako nag-engage with what they do. But they still try to, invite me kahit di uminom ganun. But I have these, may
Excuse ka talaga.
may excuse talaga. I'm going. May plano ako bukas. And di siya diba? So, yung challenge there is, although you're not able to go, kaya pa rin naman mag-build ng rapport with them. But it's not the same because they're gonna invite you every 2 weeks, every week, and you keep saying no, diba? Hindi sila makakarinig ng yes sa'yo. At least for me, never ako nag-yes sa kanila once. So, siguro yung challenge there would be is being able to have deeper connection siguro with the people around you. Because yun nga, nandun naka-revolve around yung association.
You have to be really creative, no?
Yeah. Okay, I try to message them. Siguro yung pinaka naka-close ko is yung boss ko eh. Kasi siya or immediate supervisor ko. Not yung iba pa yung boss namin. So, siya, talagang ka-message ko siya with how things are, ganun. So, madali with him.
That's nice. You have to be creative how to have deep connection sa mga colleagues mo. Kasi, hindi ka sumasama doon sa recreation na inom or bar
Yeah.
or whatsoever eh.
Yeah.
So, in one way or the other, you have to go around kung paano kayo magkakaroon ng real connection.
And then you can see na yung relationship nila, umiiba talaga.
Dahil,
Parang kasi may pinapagsamahan sila.
that's all, diba?
Diba? And then wala ka doon. Diba? Iba yung conversation nila sa group nila na.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can see it, diba?
Ganun kasi, sadly, ganun ang culture ng ng corporate. Sabi mo nga, they go out in the evenings,
Yeah.
weekend, bar, intoxicate. Of course, after some time, yung iba doon mag-iba rin. Diba? Iba
Yeah.
may hobby sila, mag-golf.
Many of
sports.
them do have hobbies too. And iba-iba rin siya. Pero yung main thing na group na lahat nandun, di ba? Is usually ganun. Lalabas sila mag-resort, ganun. Or night out, something like that.
Yeah, so meron din pala siyang parang peer pressure in a way na gusto mo rin i-please, gusto mo rin makisama, pero of course, doesn't really align with your principles sa buhay. And of course, may puyat ka eh.
Oh. And you can see nga, yung relationship is not being... Hindi siya ganun ka
Ka-deep or ka-bonded talaga?
bonded. I guess bonded. Hindi siya ganun ka bonded.
Pero is it positive na hindi ka bonded din dun sa or is it negative or may advantage and disadvantage for sure?
As you said, you have to be creative in a way na maging... Kasi for me, pwede siya maging okay na like to share Krishna with them, to share my life with them, diba? And also to develop like friendship. Kasi hindi naman sila gross lang talaga eh. They have these... They also appreciate rin yung type of like clean life. Ganun. So, meron rin silang... They do have these habits too.
Like, ayun nga yung sabi ko last time, di ba? Parang, na-appreciate ko yung generation nyo kasi normal yung mga walang, or yung mga sober life talaga. Normal na mga walang bisyo talaga. And it's acceptable and it's still cool. Kasi yung generation namin talagang, you have to. Kumbaga, hindi ka pasok, kahit yung mga, yung mga not so, or yung mga tahimik dun sa school namin, talagang ganun din sila, present sila pag may mga gatherings.
Maybe nag-age na yung mga nasa generation nyo, tapos nakita nila na alcohol ruins lives nga naman. So, hindi siya kailangan i-force sa isang tao.
Di, bakit? Yun nga, yung ganda. Siguro, is it the internet information?
It's the pandemic actually, I think.
Oh, it changes
Yeah,
na
I think
talaga.
big part of it is pandemic. You call it the mega trend rin eh, na people are more health conscious, more open-minded in a sense na, okay, these things are bad, these things are actually good.
Yeah.
Diba?
You see that,
They draw
you
the
see
line.
that- yeah. You see that meme where it's like, forget being successful. I want whatever this is. Then it's just like people sitting in a hut
Oh,
drinking
yeah.
tea.
Ang galing, no?
Yeah.
Parang-
That's common. Like it's become its own subculture, but it's not really its own subculture.
Parang global, because of pandemic nangyari, ano, ang daming or pandemic
Yes.
hack.
Yeah. But prior to pandemic, hindi ganun eh.
May nababasa
Meron na.
ako. May
Meron na.
nababasa ako yung generation na to, parang in-embrace nila yung sobriety. May ganun na. Pero of course, like yung pandemic talaga, parang, ayun yung nag-peak
Nag-push siya.
para mag-isip yung mga tao. Marami ako natutunan ng pandemic eh. Pandemic skills na natutunan ko shave ng sarili kong head.
Ako rin. May haircut nga eh.
Nag-haircut ka.
Oh.
Diba? Yung iba nagluto, kung paano magluto. Diba? Mag-Zoom, mag-set up ng mga sa mic, maging active ulit sa technology kasi yung connection sa tao, being a temple monk and how to connect to outside people, nung nag-pandemic, you really have to rely online eh.
Yeah.
So, ang nag-resort ko noon, kailangan ko aralin to. Hindi ako pwedeng mahuli lang nung trend. Hindi siya applicable ngayon eh. You have to adopt.
Yeah. We can hear it in your voice. It's so ran through for podcasts.
Yeah, of course. Kayo yun.
Zoom
Kayo yung
episodes.
doon. Kayo yung mga nag-connect tayo during the pandemic. Ang dami rin parang namulat dun sa life. Ano bang life outside work? Kasi narinig lahat ng belief system ng mga tao. Ano yung meaning ng success?
Yeah.
Ano yung meaning ng joy? Ano yung meaning
Yeah.
ng...
May trend yun. Parang, I wanna quit this capitalistic society.
Talaga?
And then, yeah.
Tapos,
That's it. That's the meme. That's the meme na.
ikaw, ano yung greatest pandemic learnings mo?
Like, there's no point in keeping up with all of it.
Lalim
It's one of my
nun, ah.
favorites.
There's no point in keeping up with all of it.
Like all of the drama that your friends think you need to know about other people. There's no need to keep up with thinking that you have to be a certain way to feel comfortable with yourself. What else? There's no need to keep up with like just the crowd, the trend. Because you can take things at your own pace. You can know about things. You can inform yourself. You can be involved. You can meet like things can mean a lot to you, and you can still have the desire to help whatever cause you could want to help. It's just that you don't need to keep up with all of it in a pace that's like subjected to you. You can think about it internally first and then do something about it. One of the things. What else?
For me, time is luxury talaga. Because before pandemic, gusto ko mag-read about about meditation, yoga, spirituality, but I had school. I had school, relationship, friends, family. So there's no time. No time. Or I didn't make time for it. And then nung nag-pandemic, I was just at home, right?
Yeah.
After school, you can go online. Right? You can spend time with your friends, but you can be online only for so much. Diba? And then at one point, I had this time. Diba? I had this time to myself. And prior to pandemic nga, wala ako nun. Doon nagkaroon ako ng time for myself. Doon ako nagkaroon ng time to, okay, let's read more about what I really want to read about. Diba? Not what other people, yung impressions ng ibang tao sa akin, not things about school, and things na talagang curious ako about. Siguro. Kaya yung time is, I guess, maybe I had it rin before. Hindi ko lang siya ginawa ng time. But to realize na, yun, siguro, to realize one, that you can make time and to actually have time
Yeah.
is very big luxury siya. Because yun nga, not everyone has this. It's a privilege to have time, diba? Even big business people, diba? They really set up their life in such a way they have time for something na outside of their work.
Yeah.
No.
That's nice kasi like these events, people are really forced to meditate, to introspect,
Yeah.
to really learn ano talaga yung priority sa life.
Yeah.
Diba? Kasi ayun nga, like, parehas kayo sinabi niyo parang, bakit pa natin isipin ano yung isip ng ibang tao sa atin?
Oh.
Kasi, you know,
Also, it another thing I learned with respect to thinking about what other people think about you. It's like it takes guts to be real about things or to be honest. And a lot of people may or may not accept it, but if you find the chance to really express yourself, that's a privilege and a gift to be to have people who accept you also. But it's hard to be real. Like I think that's why a lot of people are, in a way, like that. Like the counter side of what I was saying. Na parang you don't have to keep up with it. The reason why they have to keep up with it is because it's hard to be real.
yeah. It's one way, ito yung face ng social media, no? Di mo masabi kung ano yung real. Aside dun sa gross na nakikita mo sa filters, AI ngayon, di ba? Ano yung legit, di ba? Ano yung genuine talaga? Yung character ng tao, ano sila? Sino sila? Would you really know them while observing kung ano yung mga pinopost nila? Yung,
You can.
di ba? Kasi
can.
it's well curated. Di ba? It's well curated. Paano mo talaga makikilala yon, and paano mo talaga sila magkakaroon ka ng deep connection? Although, may transition yun eh. Parang tawag nga natin, may bridging eh. Kailan mo tatawirin yung bridge? Like, we met each other online. Tapos, we want to go deeper dun sa connections. Paano mo matatawid yung bridge na yun? And I think, yun yung isang lesson talaga ng pandemic is to really go deeper. At the same time, parang going back dun sa first topic natin, pupunta tayo dun sa ano yung plan mo, ano yung nangyayari ngayon, then paano mo na ipaplan yung life mo. Kasi magkaantay ba tayo uli ng pandemic para ma-realize natin uli yung yung time na, okay, kailangan ko palang i-prioritize yung real priority. Di ba?
Yeah.
Yung way of maturity lang, spiritual life is, kahit wala pa yung urgency na, yung emergency na yon, may sense of urgency ka na. Paano mo ibabalik yun? I guess it's with the planning in life talaga. And I like kung paano rin yung sinasabi nyo nga na minsan yung mga bagay na pinafocus ng tao hindi pala importante. Like kung anong inisip nila sa isang tao, inisip nila para sa atin. Kasi everyone have their own perception. Kasama tayo dun sa may perception nila. Hindi mo pwedeng kontrolin yun. Dapat ito lang yung perception mo sa akin. It's, you know.
I got answers from two devotees. How do you keep that
Sense
this
of urgency.
sense of urgency without that emergency, di ba? Sabi ni Ashu first is every day you wake up, you have to remind in spiritual life. Every day when you wake up, you have to remind yourself that you're in ignorance. It's a truth. Na you're not pure. You're not enlightened.
Transcendental.
Your true qualities are not showing. Di ba? You're covered in ignorance. And knowing this, reminding yourself this every day, mapapaisip ka kung if you're showing up as your real self talaga. And then number 2 is kay Lalita Mataji. I asked her, how does it feel na that almost 60, more than 60?
Yeah,
60?
more than 60.
More than 60 years old na you've been serving for so long, sabi niya. Just goes by quick.
Oh.
So quick. So quick, you won't even notice it, sabi niya.
Yeah.
Diba? So, and she's already 60 plus. She's been serving Guru Maharaj for how many years? But even she says that's quick. Diba? So, what more is 1 year? 1 year of either doing something very valuable or being very, they call it warm. Lukewarm. Yeah.
That's so nice.
Yeah, and you can apply that to like any situation, whether or not you have a spiritual life, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can.
like every day remind yourself that there's so much you can learn.
Oh,
or
yeah.
that you're not at the best state that you can be yet. But I don't know. It's up to the person to
It's up to the
also
person,
balance
yeah.
it. Because
Yeah.
it's like if you think that you're just not capable, then you can get stuck also.
Well, that's the difference of humility and self-esteem kasi.
Yeah.
Diba?
You always tell me that.
Right.
But it's nice if you discuss it. It's nice.
Kasi self-esteem doesn't have to be really hindi ko gagawin to. I mean, humility doesn't have to be really hindi ko gagawin to kasi I'm trying to be humble. So, you have to really do it kahit di ka confident. Kahit feeling mo baka mag-fail or hindi ka expert doon. But you have to do it because of the mood or because of the purpose of serving. Minsan, hindi mo nature yon pero kailangan mo gawin talaga. Kasi you have to serve. Kailangan mo tawirin yung limiting beliefs mo.
Self-limiting. Yeah.
Yeah. So, kailangan mo, yung self-esteem kasi is, ayaw mo lang gawin kasi nahiya ka.
Yeah.
So, ang laking difference niya.
Yeah.
So, waking up thinking na I have to be trainable. I have to be teachable. Na yung mga seniors, yung mga mentors, yung teacher or yung spiritual teachers, yung mga guru.
Yeah, open to...
Yeah. Yung personality and character ko ba, kaya nila akong sabihan so I could learn? Or am I defensive?
Yeah.
So, ano mo yun, ibang level of maturity siya eh.
Yes, yes. Also, this is what I like about spiritual life in general. Like, parang your drive when you wake up in the morning isn't so that you can prove something to yourself, at least yourself, not other people. I mean, for material life, it's like you have to prove something to yourself. For other people, it's not like that. It's more like I have to be open in a more humble way to life circumstances so that I can form my spiritual identity, my spiritual, like not form, reawaken my spiritual identity. And then like, it's not ego based. Like, hindi, kaya ko to. Like, you'll wake up like that. I mean, it's nice to have that passion and dovetail it for sure.
Yeah.
And I'm sure I've had experiences like that in my practice na parang hindi, kaya ko to. Ganun yung pang-drive ko. Pero, iba eh. Iba yung mood na parang, hindi, kaya ko lang to if bigyan ako ng chance ni Krishna na gawin to. Like, iba yung, iba yung, mas maganda yung feeling niya. Kasi hindi, like, the credit is not to me. The credit of what I can do is not to me. The credit of what I can't accomplish is out of my control. Like, I don't know. It depends on the person, but
Mag-iiba talaga lahat
like
kapag ano eh.
I like the fine line na parang I'm not doing this
Yeah.
for my ego.
Nag-iiba talaga lahat kapag you don't care about who gets the credit. Diba? You just serve, you just do it. Of course, iba sa work, diba? Sometimes you have to really show up na ito yung nagawa ko, ito yung kailangan mo i-report eh. Pero iba yung magiging credit grabber, syempre.
Yun yung no, parang automatic when you're doing everything for Krishna, you're neutral. Like you become very neutral because you're not chasing after
The credit, diba? I mean, you want to do it, you want to serve. Pero ayaw mo yung spotlight.
Yeah.
And ayun yung qualities, even outside, even yung mga leaders na
Yes.
hindi Krishna conscious.
That's
eh.
what I see from seniors. They're so detached, but at the same time they're very involved
Yes.
with whatever they're doing.
We're learning a lot from them. So, ang ganda pag umaga pa lang, ganun na yung sinaset mo. Ganun yung affirmation mo. Na gusto mo i-validate sa sarili
Yun
mo.
pa lang,
Ito ako.
pag start ko pa lang eh. Yung natutunan ko yun. Ikaw ata nagsabi nun eh.
What?
Kasi someone was asking about attachment, like how to deal with attachment, and you were saying something like, you're involved but you're not attached. So before, like I'd be like, I'm involved but I'm not attached. And I just chat like that.
Was it in the workshop?
Yes.
Sa workshop yun. Galing.
Like I just say it to myself again and again, even if I didn't necessarily know what it meant. Like it just,
Galing naalala mo pa.
yeah, it just struck me. Because that can be to anything.
Yeah. Umaga pa lang kung ganun na yung meditation natin. No? It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day.
But actually, hindi lang sa umaga. If you have that mindset like today and for starting now, and then you look at yourself after 10 years back, grabe yung growth na makita mo sa sarili mo as a person. Na if ganun ka every day.
Yeah.
Diba? So, I had an experience na, yeah, because you get into Krishna consciousness. You have to be humble enough to accept that you don't know. You don't know anything. You don't know how to be Krishna conscious. It's all coming from teachers. You don't know even how to be a good person. Diba? All these things. Na experience ko siya, like, is related to how people is outside rin. Meron akong experience na coming out of siguro after first year college, my life was more I just do what I want. I cut class, ganun. Just hang out with friends. And then there's a time na because roommate ko noon, maging roommate ko si Peter. And si Peter is the type na
Si Peter yung elder brother mo.
yeah, older brother. Si Peter is the type na he parties. He likes to party, but he also maybe like times 5 effort when it comes to studying,
Oh.
showing up in class, showing up in like student organ and everything. So he was the one who was telling me na we had a talk na hindi nakikita where I'm going. Hindi nakikita. And then he was saying he's just really coming from a point of concern because he doesn't want me to be like everyone else na maybe na wala sa path na could have been, na maybe went to just na barkada lang or very less than mediocre, ganun. He didn't want it. At that time, napaiyak ako kasi parang na ano yung pride ko na-smash siya. Nung iniisip ko nung una, parang tinatry ko defend sarili ko, tinatry ko naman best ko ganun. Pero yun nga, at one point na-realize ko, the same night na nag-usap kami na what you said is about you have to be humble enough to really accept na there are things na one, you don't know, one, you can improve on, diba? And hindi rin siya dapat magiging part of sa self-esteem na dahil narinig mo itong mga to, iba yung humility, iba yung self-esteem, di ba? Pag naging part of self-esteem siya, pag narinig mo yung, or lack of self-esteem, pag narinig mo things like this, you become defensive.
Yeah.
Diba? You become so defensive, di ba? But if you're really humble, then you really try to do something about it.
Learn about it. Learn kung anong lesson yung sinasabi nila.
Yeah.
That's what's good about being a student of Bhakti. Kasi you see everything in your life, even outside so-called spiritual life, Because of course, yung Bhakti practitioner naman, kahit nasa work siya, lahat nakikita niya.
Yeah.
In the eye of scriptures, in the eye of Bhakti. Pero naghahanap siya ng mga teachers niya, magturo kahit yung older brother mo.
Yeah.
Or mayroon kang leader sa work, titignan mo yung mga magagandang qualities doon. You just want to learn. You just want to absorb kung ano yung pwede mong magagamit. Lalong-lalo na pwede mong instill sa spiritual life. I guess it's part na di-develop mo yung character, yung qualities natin para mas ma-improve natin paano tayo mag-serve kay Krishna and sa devotees.
Yeah. And also, the things that we learn in Bhakti, if we learn it earlier, especially, I always think of that. If I know what I know now, and then I was in first year college, and then I know Hare Krishna like that, life would be so different. Ganun yung iniisip ko. Kasi iba talaga yung what you learn in Bhakti is when you apply it outside, number one, iwas ka sa trouble.
Yeah.
Number two, you get to really mold yourself in a way that you want to, diba? Hindi yung you're just a victim of your circumstance, which is what's happening. Even in Bhagavatam, they say that. Especially in Kali Yuga, everyone's mostly victim of their circumstance. And then, and then you get to be Krishna conscious earlier. Diba?
Yeah.
Kakaiba lang kasi madalas sinarinig ko yun eh. Dahil pala nagsimula na ako mag-practice dati, yung unang nakilala ko pa lang yung mga devotees. Pero, well, may choice pa yun, may free will yun. Pwede naman talaga nag-practice yung nakilala. Pero, kung wala naman, ako nakikita ko siya as Krishna's timing eh.
Yeah.
Minsan, yung iba mag-practice too early in their life, pero ang dami nilang unfinished business outside. They want to do this right now. They don't respect yung sarili nilang progress or sarili nilang attachment. They just want to jump o cold turkey yung mga dapat gawin. And after some time, parang tawag nga nila yung jargon nga nila, shooting star eh.
Yeah.
Bubulusok, tas mawawala. Nawala yung enthusiasm. And it's nice that, actually early nga eh. Early din yung practice eh. 20s is also early.
Then my realization there is just, I just have to do it what I know now.
Yeah.
Just
Ayun
apply it now.
importante.
Hindi yung 30 years from now, I'm gonna think the same. Na dapat in-apply ko what I know now then. Because I can do it now.
The better place and the better time is now and here. So, gawin mo ngayon kung ano meron ngayon.
Yeah.
Your Guru Maharaj loves that quote. Act in times with thee.
Yeah. Forget the past that sleeps. Yeah. Ganda ng quote nun.
But never, was that? But never the future.
Dream at all.
Dream at all. Yeah.
So nice. So nice to be present. So nice to learn from the past. It's also better to have good plans, but not too much plan na idadrag niya, i-suck out niya yung life air mo just because of worrying and anxious ka dun sa future. But you have to learn how to really live the present. But living that present is actually relying on how you practice your spiritual life talaga. And you work around yung life mo life mo with work, with family, with that spiritual life. In that sense, kapag meron kang center sa life mo, maganda talaga yung ripple effect niya eh. And of course, yung center mo na yun si Krishna.
Yeah.
Maganda yung magiging ripple effect talaga niya.
That's what I was thinking during this whole discussion. It's like, if you have a center point in your life and you know what it is, which was what this practice gave us. Like a lot of us are like this now. Like, doesn't matter what happens throughout the day, as long as I get to chant Hare Krishna, then somehow or other things will work out. Like that's the mentality I hear from a lot of devotees when I was starting out. But if you actually ask someone, like, what, it's hard for me because I like connecting with people a lot. But then when I ask someone like, what makes you happy nowadays? Like, what makes you feel like life has been meaningful? Like, it's hard for them to answer. And I feel like I'm insane because it's like, oh, did I just ask the wrong question?
You'll just ask yung mga surface question na lang kasi parang malalim ba yun?
Hindi naman, hindi ko binabawi. Pero
Okay.
parang, baliw ba ako? Para magtanong na. Pero, mahirap siya sagutin.
Oh, it's hard. It's hard, di ba? Well, ayun naman hinahanap ng bawat tao eh. Paano yung answer dun sa question mo? Yung iba lifelong journey yun para mahanap yun.
Ano yun eh? Mahirap siya isipin eh.
Yeah,
May ibang tao na parang ganun na eh. Parang, hindi, wag na lang natin pag-usapan yan. Okay na.
Dun na lang sa distraction, sa entertainment na lang.
Yeah. But that's what, I guess, that's what attracted me when I read the Bhagavad Gita before. There was something saying in the introduction like, it's the philosophical conclusion of all philosophical conclusions.
Yeah.
That's like for me, it's like, who wouldn't want to hear that at least once in their life, whether or not they take to it or not.
Yeah. That's so nice. And I really enjoyed this conversation. Sobrang gandang pilot episode to. We talk about the transitions and yung mangyayaring transitions, and of course yung near future na mangyayari din sa atin. Looking forward na matuloy-tuloy natin din to, and of course those who will listen to us could also will appreciate kung ano yung mga suggestions that they want us to talk about or to adjust.
Yeah.
And it will be nice also for people to be involved then.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Talking about yung first question, what's happening? This November, very soon, some events coming up. Is thinking about these events, the retreat, mid-November, and then DT installation, end of November.
Yeah, we gotta go to Oliver's Place.
Yeah, Oliver's Place. And then we have the December 7 Bhakti Party.
Bhakti Party.
It's tuloy-tuloy siya. And then
Of course, yung marathon, distribution of books.
the book
The
marathon.
festival of,
Bundles. There's so much happening, and for me, masaya ako. Then there's so much to look forward to. At the same time, things that are going on now, like podcast, making content, is all very fulfilling. Kasi you're acting for a higher purpose.
Yeah.
Hindi lang siya retreat lang. Hindi lang siya party lang. Hindi lang siya podcast lang. It's all to really deepen our Krishna consciousness.
Yeah.
And excited din ako dun sa, kahit di excited si Radabov, excited ako dun sa magiging work niya, yung mga kwento niya sa atin. Because she never fails to update us, and we really appreciate that na anong nangyari, anong ganap dyan. We're looking forward kung ano din yung prasadam na i-prepare mo. That's gonna be nice. And ginagawa niya yung everyday reel. I wonder ano yung mga magiging next reels na videos and yung mga realizations mo pag nag-start ka na ng work. Ano yung mga, kakaibang realization niya to. I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, because you also don't, at least for me, I don't really see anyone na ganon na online. That they both have yung bhakti, and they work, and then they make content, and then they have work. And then parang ni-marry nila these three things. And then they show how really yung
It's a wonderful content.
diba, bhakti, work, how it all really plays. Diba?
Let's see if I'll do that.
Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah. But that's what bhakti is.
Yeah.
It's a culmination
That's the
of
essence.
it's a culmination of material life, turn it to spiritual life.
Yes.
So let's see.
Let the iron turn into gold by putting the iron into the fire.
They say strike when the iron's hot, but there's also a saying you strike until the iron's hot. No.
That's
I
so
think,
nice.
Before I started working, or before I went full-time here, diba, there's a time na napapaiyak ako because I'm not full-time, but I'm working outside, but I want to be full-time, but I have a job, ganun. And then
We had a call.
Yeah.
Si Govinda and I. Tapos, seryoso siya. Tapos, kinukwento niya na umiiyak siya dun sa
Yeah, if
situation
he
niya.
called me, I'd laugh. If he called me crying,
I
I'd
know.
Insane.
Baka kaya ako yung tinawagan niya. Tapos,
And then, yun nga. Actually, maganda yung sabi na you can dovetail this eh. It's a stepping stone towards going full-time. Yun nga. So, it's like, if hindi ko ginawa yun and just let things be, hindi siya mapupunta sa point na where I am now. And yun yung striking until the iron's hot. Di ba?
Yeah.
Hindi mo siya papabayaan lang na speed.
I think that's me now. I mean, the reason I have a job is because it's required by my family. Other than
yeah.
that, then I think it's a stepping stone for me.
yeah.
Take fully into my practice. And for me, like in my
Yeah.
head, it's like, I guess if I take to the path of being employed long enough, then eventually I can stop being employed and then I can go full time.
Exactly.
Yeah. Marami kasi talaga yung path eh. Kanya-kanyang discover kung paano mo yung hanapin yung journey mo sa spiritual life eh. Meron talagang mahabang full-time devotee, then after some time sa life niya, uy, gusto ko naman mag-work, mag-business. Meron naman nag-business, nag-work, tapos gusto mag full-time. Merong full-time
Yes.
lang, dire-diretso, and meron ding nag-work lang, dire-diretso. And lahat yun, eligible to practice bhakti. Eligible to receive yung mercy ni Krishna, eligible to receive yung
Yeah.
love and yung affection ng guru, and yung connection sa parampara. So,
Yeah.
lahat siya, perfect path eh. Basta ano si Krishna, ayun yung perfect path. Kung anong way yon, anong road yon, basta pupunta mo si Krishna, pupunta ka doon.
Yeah.
That's so nice. And yeah.
Yeah. Thanks. It's a good reminder for me also
Yeah.
that it's like,
Yung being full-time is not the goal.
Yeah.
no, I guess it's like for me, it's like, I know that I have to take this job.
Yeah, of course.
I know I have to take this job, but it's nice that I get to take this job for Krishna. It's
You
better
are.
it's better if I think that I have to take this job for Krishna. I'm thinking that somehow, but when we have it in discussion, it's like it puts it into stone more in my head. Parang mas naging form yung thought.
Ang galing, no? The things that you're doing, that's the real dovetailing. The things that you're doing, you just have to change your consciousness na para kay Krishna pala to eh.
Yeah.
Kahit matagal mo na ginagawa yun, tapos pumasok sa yung Krishna consciousness, ay wala pala ako talaga kailangan baguhin ng like major. Babaguhin ko lang talaga yung consciousness ko, ay para kay Krishna pala talaga to. Diba? And that's bhakti.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay? And
That was a long outro. Long ending.
wonderful, and again, really grateful for doing this. And maganda talaga yung sangha kapag you're with your wonderful devotees, friends, and of course, ride or die sa practice ng bhakti. Really appreciate you guys.
Hare Krishna. Wait, isn't it nice? Like we used to be just your listeners. Now we're in the.
We're here.
We're in the
Oh
scene
yeah,
with
that's a
you.
nice question. That's why
We're here.
I'm really amazed looking at you now, listening. Like,
Listener lang ako. Ba't ako nagsasalita? Joke lang.
that's so nice.
Sorry,
That's so
dapat close na pala.
The tables have turned.
Net, yung lumaki lang yung table.
Lumaki lang yung table.
Nawala
As
yung table.
grown. Nawala yung table.